Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Wednesdays with Larijuana. Every Wednesday right here on Cannajuanabuy.com, we bring you the latest information on adult use and medical marijuana from all over the world. This week we have a really interesting article from HighTimesMagazine.com, and it's the mystery of lemon. Lemon taste in marijuana has become very popular with Super Lemon Haze and Lemon Skunk. So here is the history and the mystery of the lemon. This is written by Callum Francis, by the way, at High Times Magazine. The famous playwright Oscar Wilde said, "The truth is rarely pure and never simple." The same applies to the legendary pot strain Lemon Skunk. It is rarely pure these days, and discovering its origins is by no means simple. He is widely known as the Lemon Man. For the past 12 years, he's plied his trade in relative anonymity, nurturing his prized possession, Lemon Skunk. For over 25 years in Las Vegas, Nevada grow rooms, a closed network of growers shared cuttings and seeds of Lemon Skunk with only few of their brethren. The Lemon Man, now about 32, was connected to the Lemon Skunk crew through family. He began growing in his mid-teens, but like many cultivators, he heard the siren song of Amsterdam, its cornucopia of genetics beckoning him. At the age of 17, he departed for Holland. Naturally, he arrived on Dutch shores with his American export. It was 1999, he says, and it kind of kept going back and forth, networked around, and met some really good people, wonderful mentors. He began sharing his cuttings, and breeders went to work with Lemon Skunk. By 2007, it had won first place in the High Times Cup for DNA genetics. DNA's version of Lemon Skunk was a cross of the Lemon Man's female with a male skunk number 1, courtesy of Flying Dutchman. In his just-released High Times Field Guide to Marijuana Strains, High Times Senior Cultivation Editor Danny Danko cites Lemon Skunk as, quote, mostly sativa strain specifically selected for its zesty lemon characteristics, praising it as an easy-to-grow masterpiece of genetic achievement. One of Amsterdam's resident cannabis experts, known as The Nose, describes its smoking characteristics as it's fruity, very stony, with a nice taste. It's a very good smoke. But this is where things get a little murky. As The Nose explains, Amsterdam is an impatient place when it comes to genetics. People get a hold of something nice, they start messing with it, and seeing what they can come up with. It becomes very convoluted because cuttings and seeds get distributed widely. They're manipulated and then passed on, and people who lose track of where the strains come from. The Lemon Man tells me that Lemon Skunk is actually an old-school original skunk number 1 that originated in California. But over the course of 25 years of cultivation in Las Vegas, its fame as Lemon Skunk took hold, since the strain was renowned for imparting a hint of citrus along with its strong, mellow high. Its success in Amsterdam was deeply gratifying for the Lemon Man, especially when Ariane, the chief of the greenhouse coffee shop and seed company Empire, crossed Lemon Skunk with Super Silver Haze and created Super Lemon Haze. The greenhouse's creation, which has been measured at a whopping 23% THC, won the Cannabis Cup in both 2008 and 2009 and took second overall this past year, which was 2011, by the way. However, in a recent phone call, Ariane said that he can't place the Lemon Man, nor can he confirm that Super Lemon Haze's original genetics were acquired from him. The Lemon Man now lives in Colorado and runs Verde Wellness Center, a dispensary in downtown Denver, which he opened just over a year ago, which would have been about 2010. This article was written in 2011. It serves 500 patients, and at any given time has had 10 to 20 strains available. The Lemon Man is a pleasant, low-key personality consumed with meeting the ever-changing requirements of the state's burgeoning medical marijuana scene, which includes rigorous oversight of Verde's gardens. When I relate my conversation with Ariane to him, the Lemon Man shrugs his shoulders and hardly seems thrown off. That's Amsterdam, he explains. I was responsible for bringing the genetics over, and a lot of people got a hold of them. Still, Arian's inability to place him causes the Lemon Man to scratch his head. He refers to me as a YouTube video from 2008, Cannabis Cup. It's an episode of the Italian television program Larijuana, a hip satirical show that reports on politics and cultural trends. On it, Arian is interviewed about Super Lemon Haze. Very clearly, he tells the interviewer that Lemon Skunk originally comes from Las Vegas. Quote, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm the Lemon Man. I'm from Las Vegas, and I brought the Lemon Skunk to Amsterdam, the Lemon Man states, as a matter of factly. But I'm not going to argue with Arian. He's an amazing individual who has done tremendous things for cannabis and the industry. Super Lemon Haze and Super Silver Haze always was a wonderful strain. It has really good genetics. Lemon Skunk was always a great strain too, and they really make a wonderful combination. I think the Super Silver Haze, with that element of sativa, brought Super Lemon Haze to another level. So we will leave it to the cannabis historians to figure out this one. But Lemon Skunk still grows strong, and the lucky medical patients of Colorado can sample the legend for themselves. In an industrial area of Denver, where the Verde Gardens are situated, the Lemon Man has saved his current garden of Lemon Skunk until the last possible minute so that the photographer can capture it in its blooming glory. In his strain guide, Danny Danko describes Lemon Skunk's performance as follows, quote, it grows tall, yet boasts a high calyx to leaf ratio, making for colas that are easy to trim and a joy to smoke. Sweet and fruity, covered with a bright orange hairs, she also packs an impressive punch with a soaring high that seems to have no ceiling. The citrus strain definitely has pedigree. No argument here, the Lemon Skunk lives up to its hype, both in appearance and smokability. I've done soil, I've done aeroponics, the Lemon Man explains. Right now, we're actually using ebb and flow, the flood and drain system. I really do like the soil a lot. I'm really a soil person, and we're going to have another room dedicated to soil. You're going to lose a little bit of your yield, but I like hydro too, even though they're very finicky and you have to keep a close eye on everything. The system is pretty simple. It definitely requires a lot of reservoir changes that you can be precise about with your nutrients. Quote, I'd like to keep things as organic as possible, the Lemon Man continues. I'm really big into worm castings and stuff like that. But with a lot of these systems, it's challenging to be 100% pure organic. Plants are like us. They really don't need a lot sometimes. Many people, when they begin gardening, they either overdo it with nutrients or overwater everything. We run each strain on a different reservoir so that we can dial in their feeding needs. I think it's good to feed everything on a light dose. Every strain responds differently when it comes to feedings. People always ask, what cycle do you run? What do you run your pH at and all that stuff? But it's all strain specific. Lemon Skunk is certainly not alone in the Verde Garden. I'm working with some really nice OG Kushes. They're not big yielders, but the quality is worth it. Super potent, super nice. In fact, I've noticed that a lot of Kushes seem to do really well in hydro systems. We're also working with a J1 Old Jack Hare cross as well as an OG Sage cross that came out really nice, and our Master Kush has been very intriguing. But figuring out what's right for each strain is a trial and error thing, the Lemon Man concludes. That's where the art of growing comes in. Once again, if you'd like to visit in Colorado, it's the Verde Wellness Center at 5101 East Colfax Avenue in Denver. That is the history of the Lemon Skunk. Don't forget, Cannajuanabuy has great products and fast shipping, and we'll be back next week. I'm your host, Larijuana, from Medical Marijuana Radio. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.